So, one of the biggest misconceptions about recovery from addiction, about recovery from alcoholism, is that the carnage, the hell, the pain, how bad it got in the worst of your drug addiction or your alcoholism, as bad as it got, as painful as it got, the chaos, the money loss, the loss of the partner, all of that, that is going to be enough to motivate you to never go back there again. Because at first it seems like that first morning, that first week, I'm never doing this again because that was so horrible, it was so painful. Childbirth is painful, but people still go and do it again, don't they? Now, of course, the rewards are huge of having a child, but in terms of the dopamine and the kick you get out of your favorite drink or drug, the rewards are there, not long term, no, but short term they are. So this misconception is that the pain is going to stop us from, at least motivate us from not going back there. So I don't need to go to a meeting. I don't need to go to a clinical psych or do anything else. I can do it on my own because I know like the consequences. You want to know the facts? Those consequences are only going to keep you sober for 3, 6, or 9 months tops. They drift away. They drift away, and there has to be a bigger why to sit at the center of what aligns your recovery and also what aligns your life. And this is where I come to being a grateful alcoholic because things got so bad, because they fell apart, because I caused so much pain and carnage to myself and the people that I love. I had to look at, who am I? How do I want to live my life? How do I want to show up in the world? And I needed to have not only this why, which has evolved over time, and I'm going to do a much bigger video on the why, the recovery, all elements, mind, body, and spirit that sit around that for it to come together. Because without that, you're like a rudderless ship, And service is big, in terms of the 12 steps, helping another alcoholic. Service is big, and that can be part of your why, but we're all very different. That doesn't fit for everyone, and it could be an element of your recovery plan, but not your core personal why. And as I said, it can evolve. If you're a parent, now of course you've got to do recovery for yourself, but if you're a parent, it can be about being the best dad or the best mom, but it evolves with you. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about the evolution of my why and how it relates to this, and how